One of us that show!
Hey, we synced that up.
We did. We finally got it right.
Only took us 4 shows.
You know what? 4 shows. We're finally getting a lot of things right. We got the sync right. We're apparently recording quality audio for the first
It's actually
time.
coming off the board.
Don't ignore the fact that Chris and I are part of a podcast network called oneofus.net. We just figured out 4 weeks into this show how to record a podcast. Don't let that fool you. We still run a podcast network.
We're professionals.
We are professionals. Excuse me while I have another drink.
Trial by fire.
Trial by fire. We're gonna set shit on fire?
Yes!
Yay!
It's a special burn the place down episode.
We're never gonna get invited back.
It's not. I'm sorry. Although we might be discussing something that's going to piss people off.
We probably will.
I'm not going to get there yet.
It is the internet.
But I would like to start off, first off, by saying...
First of all, it's my Andy Rooney impression.
I am so tired of rich and famous people who have their own podcasts.
Right?
Having no clue what they're talking about when it comes to pop culture.
Nothing.
It's almost as if they didn't take the time out of their life to watch everything that comes out.
Okay.
I'm a little distressed by that.
I feel like you're coming out hot right out of the gate. I don't know who the target is, but...
If you're successful, it means that you're working your ass off on stuff and that you have no time.
And you make no money.
No time to watch, even fucking Star Wars.
I'm really getting sick of all these websites that don't watch trailers, but then talk about it. Why are we doing Rooney impression? What is going on?
There's no we.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
It's just me? Alright, sorry.
Your impression part comes later.
That's true, I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun. I'm jumping ahead.
All I'm saying is that, if you're going to podcast, you should be just as poor as we are.
I feel like that's a completely reasonable expectation.
Yeah, completely. Yeah. We're poor because we devote all our time.
We're poor because we want to be poor.
We love poor.
We love being destitute.
Poor?
I love pouring.
Sorry, wrong thing.
Is that not what? Okay, fine.
I would like to say something else. Brian Salisbury, this guy, in case you didn't know,
that's me.
Just became the president of the Hair from M Club.
Yes.
Now, sorry, no, not that.
No.
That too. Okay. But the Austin Film Critics Association.
This is true. Yes.
That is, believe it or not, something that exists.
Yes, it is. And I now apparently run that group of scallywags.
All you had to do was quit doing reviews, and apparently you became a head critic.
Look, we don't need to point out the irony. The basic fact is that this show has about a centimeter more legitimacy because I am the president of the Austin Film Critics Association.
Is that true?
No, but I want to pretend that it is.
But, at least you came into it as opposed to, I feel like these presidents are we just have to get through this, people. We just have to get through this.
I ran a bloodthirsty campaign. It was brutal. I ran unopposed.
Unopposed. Because
But that doesn't mean I didn't vote for myself.
I love it. So we have a meeting for the Austin Film Critics Association.
Yes.
Where they're like, all right, it's time to take a vote. Oh wait, only Brian is running. And Brian goes, you guys want to hear my platform anyway?
Yeah, I was like, I got one, but they didn't
I did actually prepare a whole thing.
I like the fact that even though I was running unopposed, it was still a split decision.
Yeah. Just in case.
I don't even know how that works.
Yeah. Just in case, on Green Arrow, the wife of the main villain shows up.
You had to bring it back to something nerdy. Oh.
Have you met me?
Yes, I have.
Indeed.
This is why joke is. Anyway, yes, so if anyone's interested, that's a thing we now have. Feather in the cap of this One of Us show of Mr. Tramps. Whatever.
All right, so as long as we're talking about the industry, let's start right off by talking about the AMC Theater.
AMC! If you are listening to the show, which you're not because you're a multinational corporation who doesn't give a shit what we think, go fuck yourself.
AMC Theaters have announced their head honcho, Adam Aaron.
Adam Aaron, go fuck yourself. I will challenge you to a fight right here in this bar.
You're kind of burying the lead here.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I will bury my lead in your... Wait, what are we doing?
Has announced that they're thinking about announcing a new policy that says, go ahead, do whatever you want your cell phone in our theaters.
They are they are fully endorsing people, encouraging people to text during movies.
and take photos.
I want to repeat this one more time because I am sick and tired of going to press screenings where we get patted down and wanted like we're in airport security. But meanwhile, AMC's like, no, record the screen. We don't care. We're AMC. Go fuck yourself.
Well, Adam Aaron, quoted in Variety, said, when you tell a 22-year-old to turn off the phone, don't ruin the movie, they hear, please cut off your left arm above the elbow. You can't tell a 22-year-old to turn off their cell phone.
I can't watch this. Hey, 22-year-old, turn your fucking phone off. You're in a movie theater.
Well,
how easy was that? How easy was that?
Thanks to Tim League, who our own
American hero, according to Anderson Cooper and myself.
Alamo Drafthouse President Tim League and owner Tim League immediately, and I mean like it took like 30 seconds.
His retort was immediate.
Took to the internet and out of character was very polite about it.
Yeah. Yeah, he was way more polite than I'm being right now.
Such things like, I'm so excited that you're the new president of AMC. I'm a fan of the other things you've done and your brand. It's like...
But seriously, go fuck yourself.
And that being said, politely, I'm going to disagree now with your intentions about what you're saying right now.
I disagree with what you're saying, but I will defend to the death your right to say it.
I kind of miss the Tim League that just said, go fuck yourself.
I miss drunk Tim League so much.
Yeah, when he was like, no, fuck all of you.
I miss Tim League that would show up with basically like a 1920s laundry tub of PBR and just start throwing them out to the crowd.
No, he still does that.
Oh, okay, well then I don't, we're fine.
Yeah, that part is fine. It's still there.
Well,
it's the whole, like, somebody somewhere, a lawyer said, you should probably stop talking.
If there is one person I expect to not keep the gloves on, it's the guy who created an event at his film festival where filmmakers literally put gloves on and fight. He literally created an event where filmmakers and critics fight each other in a boxing ring. So you'll forgive me if I'm a little surprised that he kept the gloves on and was polite about this particular issue. So
next year's Fantastic Fest, Adam Aaron, head of AMC, versus Tim
please. Oh, God.
Please let that happen.
Oh, various gods and Cthulhu, please let this happen.
I don't want to read out the stuff that he said, but it came down to the very self-evident fact that, like, hey, you're going to kind of, like, make people who make films not want to deal with your company.
I look forward to the day where studios are like, hey, AMC, we're not cool with that, so we're not giving you oh my God, Disney. By the way, can we all just give a round of applause to Disney for not supporting, for threatening, thank you, for threatening to pull their productions out of Georgia because of the bigotry laws that they were going to pass?
Yeah.
And, okay, so I want Disney to be like, hey, AMC, if you allow people to text in your theater, we're going to not give our movies to your theaters.
And with this
that needs to happen.
Just happened, this whole thing going on, so it's like, I feel like there's going to be some fault that might, in fact, be kind of like that. Them going, well, then fine, we're not going to distribute our movies to AMC movie theaters.
Yes.
But it is going to take people saying shit online to make like, no, that's not really acceptable.
So we're encouraging you guys to say shit online. I'm not going to tell you what to say. I'm not going to do it verbatim. But if you could say things to AMC like, go fornicate yourself with a kebab skewer, you know, and that's just, again, a suggestion.
Maybe not
say
that
whatever you want to say.
Specifically.
Go butt chug an entire bottle of $7 wine that you bought at Walmart because you're AMC theater and you can basically go do that.
Is the theme for this week butt chugging wine?
This episode brought to you by butt chugging. Butt chugging, because it always gets you in the end.
If you were going to butt chug wine, which wine is the
We're not playing this game. Chris, we're not playing this game. Moving on. Moving on.
It's a good rear, though.
Moving on. Boone's Farm. Boone's Farm. Moving on. Boone's Farm. Brought to you by Boone's Farm.
All right, so I want to bring up our first guest tonight, and that would be Dr. Nerdlove.
They call me Dr. Nerd, and call me Dr. Nerdlove.
Harris O'Malley.
Hey, Harris.
Let's give a big hand for Harris O'Malley.
Oh, there we go. That was the
The premier nerd advice columnist in the world.
If you're a nerd and want to get laid, Dr. Nerdlove
can tell you how to do it without being an asshole.
Oh, see Robert Cargill wrote Doctor Strange, I'm Dr. Getsome Strange.
Oh, shit!
Nice.
I love this episode more than I've loved this alcohol.
I feel like right there, you saying that, you like would write a whole column about why you're an asshole for saying that.
Is that
If it's a
next
slow week, it's entirely possible.
Fair enough.
Sometimes it's hard to
That's
find
fair.
topics.
That's fair.
Well, the reason I brought you up here is, other than being one of our favorite people, being a regular contributor to oneofus.net, is this big fucking conspiracy that won't get, not conspiracy, I'm sorry, heated argument that won't get off my Facebook that's been going on all day, that I'm really baffled didn't start months ago when they announced that Scarlett Johansson was playing the lead role in Ghost in the Shell. And I'm not sure why this started today.
Oh, it's been going for a while. It's just that today, now we have photos of her as Makoto Kusanagi.
Okay, so this
Or
whole
Ramona Flowers, let's be honest.
I was going to say, you said a bunch of Japanese words that don't sound like Ramona Flowers.
I actually brought him up here less for his dating ability and more for the fact that he's our one friend who knows about anime shit.
Yeah, I don't know what Ghost in the Shell is. I said, I don't know what Ghost in the Shell is.
What was that, Hannah?
Hannah was like super upset that I said
Man, we
that.
might have to
Let me try it saying that again. I don't know what Ghost in the Shell is. I will go butt chug some. We're getting heckled by the management and Mr. Tramps.
We might have to have her on stage.
Okay, let me be clear. I'm not surprised it's happening. I'm surprised it took 4 weeks for that shit to happen.
Indeed.
All right, fair
It's the
enough.
first time you hit a hot button for anime.
I touched it, nerve. I touched it.
All right, so actually, Harris, why don't you describe Ghost in the Shell in a brief way first, because you remember
Ghost in the Shell.
remember it better than I do.
As the token anime fan who really hasn't watched anime since the late 90s, Ghost in the Shell is best described as being sort of an update to Neuromancer. It takes place in a near future where Japan, after this massive world war, Japan has become a power because they have...
But not World War II? Because I feel like they probably had a lot to rebuild.
Future.
Oh, sorry.
Future.
Yeah.
They have the best cybernetic technology in the world, and the unit that's the main character of Ghost in the Shell, Makoto Kusanagi, deals with things having to do with computer crimes. And in a world where people where their brains are entirely artificial, their souls, or what they call their ghost, is the only part of their identity that's consistent. They have cybernetic bodies, and this leads to all sorts of problems, like people having their bodies hijacked by criminals, and they wake up having no memories, or even having completely fake lives built into their brains, and not realizing that all of it didn't exist.
I'm not going to lie to you, Harris. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, the comic it's based on is awesome. Both movies, the TV shows that came out of it, all really, really good.
But the movies were animated, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All the movies were animated. They were done. The first two actually were done by a famous director, Mamoru Oshii. They're a lot less action-oriented than you would think. A lot more cerebral. Really, really good. And then somebody in the U.S. bought the rights to make the series, and the first thing they did was take a Japanese main character and cast a white girl to play.
Okay, let's not go there quite yet. First off, Hannah, do you feel like you captured Ghost in the Shell, okay? All right,
Yeah, we gotta get
thumbs
thumbs
up.
up.
Okay.
It's all right.
Thumbs up! What, is that racist?
Yes!
I'm sorry, I don't know.
I'm not John Rubio. You
I've
can't
been
get away with
drinking
that.
for the last... This watch is broken.
This much has been...
I can't even...
What do you mean your literal watch?
My
I
watch
thought you
is
were
broken.
Metaphorically speaking of
No,
your
my
brain.
actual fucking literal watch is broken.
Okay, all right, yeah. I'm with
Broken.
all right, so my first instinct with this went with, oh my god, somebody did a remake of something that happened in another country and didn't cast all people from that country and went, stop overreacting.
Well, okay, I will say this about the internet. I feel like this is the checks and balances reaction to when Idris Elba was going to be James Bond and people fucking flipped the fuck out. It's like the internet just has very specific ideas of who should play what based on a food court mentality.
Well, I mean, in this case, they're like, wait, the original product was Japanese, so everybody should be Japanese. And if that was the case, then everybody in the Seven Samurai should have been white guys.
What is to say that Scarlett Johansson has not adopted a Vapors mentality where she is turning Japanese?
Yeah.
I mean, she's turning Japanese.
This is not.
I really
think
think
so.
so. I think so, yeah.
This is the only thing we're going to talk about all night that's not about masturbation, Brian.
Okay,
secretly,
cool.
metaphorically. So,
I'm going to sit on this hand for a minute.
thank you. But that being said,
It feels like someone else.
if you were to take this, product, Ghost in the Shell, this brand, and say, we're 100% transferring this to, a world where it makes sense that they would build a hot white chick robot. Wait, that would actually still make sense in Japan. But either way.
Hey, somebody already built a Scarlett Johansson robot.
Yeah, that's
what?
Right. But it was a Japanese guy. It was a Japanese guy.
Wait.
Yeah,
Why has one of the episodes of this show not been us field testing that robot?
You already touched on that with the fact that you imagine yourself you're very poor.
We're very poor. That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peanut Gallery.
That might be a bit of a pricey demo.
I'm just saying, sponsored by anyone who will pay for a Scarlett Johansson Japanese robot.
I mean, like I said, in the defense of the film,
I would like to get under that skin.
So I'm like, all right. So let's say you.
That's a movie she's in.
You transpose the whole.
I shouldn't have to explain my fucking jokes to you. All right. I'm sorry. What?
All right. Let's say you transpose the whole thing to America.
Yes.
And then who gives a fuck what race anybody is?
Oh, that'd be the true.
But that being said, the cast names are all still Japanese.
But
they're all still Japanese names.
I don't know. I feel like
And thus the conflict.
I hate saying this. I feel like I get the internet's outrage on this. It makes me feel so dirty saying, but I feel like I understand that. I mean, the story, everything about it is very centralized to Japan. If they're going to make a live action version, I don't have a problem with people expecting the lead character to be Japanese just based on the. I understand the outrage, I guess is what I'm saying. Which is, dude, I'm sorry.
Robot.
What?
Robot.
I'm a robot?
She's a robot.
Okay.
She'd be whatever.
Okay, that's
They should have made her
I hate myself for this. Actually, she's a cyborg.
Wow! Wow!
Said it, I would have.
That is the 15th nerdiest thing ever said on this stage.
No, he is right. That is kind of essential. I'm the asshole here.
So she's in the movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme that was supposed to be the sequel to Masters of the Universe?
Yeah, and then there was later
Cyborg,
became the
folks.
first movie with Angelina Jolie.
It's as if
Nope, that was Cyborg 2.
it's more important to you to out-nerd anyone else than anything else in your life.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It's like your
Two feathers in my cap.
Your penis can't even get hard unless
My
you
virginity just grew back.
have proven that you're a bigger dork who's unlayable than theirs.
Oh yeah.
All right, fair enough.
What's not clear about that?
Yeah, I've always let you have that,
You should.
even though ultimately it's untrue.
It's not a proud title to have, much like the president of the United States.
I'm a little baffled at this point too, because we were talking about this earlier today, Harris, and I was like, well, they're transposing in America, who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter, it's just great. But then I looked and every character's name is Japanese, and it's like, what are you guys doing?
It would be like trying to put Akira in New York. It doesn't work. It's
It would
really
be
a
like
heritage
all of
setting.
Cloud Atlas.
No, but I feel like, all right,
It'd be
so,
like the entire movie Cloud Atlas.
like Akira in New York doesn't work just because Akira is clearly about, like, still after effects from World War II and the nuclear bombs. I'm not sure that's what Ghost in the Shell is about at all.
No, but a lot of it has to do with the disassociation people feel with with Japanese society, with the way the technology is taken
But I feel
over.
like you could
Are you
transpose
getting
that.
metaphorical on us?
You could transpose that.
Do you not understand how much booze I've had and you're getting metaphorical on us?
You could transpose that into an American
You
scenario.
could do it. Like you could do a Seven Samurai to the Magnificent Seven, but that would have to be
Okay.
a complete changeover.
Can I offer something? Can I offer something? My favorite reappropriation of the Seven Samurai, Space Jam.
I know. Wait, what?
Yes.
I thought you were going to go
Nope.
Battle
Nope.
for the Stars.
I thought you were going to go with Bugs Life.
Space Jam is entirely the Seven Samurai, except you condense all Seven Samurai into one 6'7" athlete, Michael Jordan. My man JC can back me up on this. Yeah, this is very true.
That's a bigger stretch
No,
than
it's
Michael
not. It's
Jordan
not. It's,
doing a layup.
No, it is. First of all, I'm proud of you for knowing those two things, Michael Jordan and layup, because that's the extent of Chris Cox's knowledge of
That
basketball.
is about as far as it goes.
But I'm sorry, it's our village is under attack by these beings we cannot fight. We're going to go out and recruit someone who can fight for us. It just happens to be one 6'7" athlete instead of 7 samurai.
Or perhaps
Space
one
Jam
athlete
is
instead
7 samurai.
instead of 3 amigos.
No.
So what do you think it is that, I mean, obviously, like, a big discussion right now is whitewashing in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I feel like the discussion goes so too far sometimes, but there's no question this is an issue nonetheless. Harrison, what do you really think? What's going on here that makes Hollywood
Harris,
so
you're
toned-
white.
so-
Tell us Tell us
Yes,
what
allow me to
I
speak
watched.
for cultures that I do not represent.
What makes them so tone deaf to this
The
discussion?
opinions of one of us.show do not necessarily represent
Honestly,
one of us.
I think the problem is that we have a whole lot of producers who have a hard time seeing beyond themselves. If you recall, there was a whole lot of, like, when the Sony emails leaked, there were a whole lot of people trying to justify, we can't put Denzel Washington in this movie because Russians are racist and they'll never watch his movies.
Yeah,
that was literally one of the reasons.
He's right. It's all about the grand dollars and cents thinking, and one of those things that you're thinking is, if you're a studio head, if I'm making a movie called Ghost in the Shell, despite the fact that it is entirely a Japanese story, there is not a Japanese actress that I can think of that is going to, quote, open a movie, which is how they all think.
Baffled by that because
It's how they think.
Personally, I'm just
but you, okay.
Totally, I'm unzipping as we speak, just thinking about it.
But despite your
What?
Japanese fetish,
No.
and despite the fact that we are all super movie nerds, if you think in terms of the average moviegoer,
Yes.
the studio executives think a different way than we do, and they're not entirely wrong.
Does that make me racist? I don't know.
That makes
I don't
Hollywood
even know.
racist.
No.
I'm gonna go with that makes Hollywood
Well, the
racist.
problem is they don't want to take chances, which means you end up in a vicious circle where they decide, all right, well, we're going to do this, but we're not going to put too much money into it because everybody knows that nobody goes to see these movies, and so nobody knows the movie's out, and so it doesn't make very much money, and then they're confirmed that, oh, yeah, so obviously nobody goes to see these movies.
For sure. For sure.
Now, it could be interesting if, say, they really decided to make this a much more cerebral movie, where they started getting into the idea of what is gender, what is ethnicity, when all you are is a consciousness, when your body is artificial, and you can trade bodies like I trade shirts.
Wow, this would be an amazing time for a story like that.
Actually,
It
that
would be-
is an interesting idea. That
For sure.
What if we're prejudging and they don't want to give away the plot, but
Because
they've added something to the story that's about
Because we've seen the director,
Yes.
he's a D-lister. I don't think this movie...
Oh, wait, who's directing this?
I don't have any faith in this movie.
Isn't
to
this
actually
Rupert
be that
Sanders?
smart.
Now I have to look it up. God
It's
damn
Rupert
it.
Sanders, which means he's probably going to fuck Scarlett Johansson and run away with all of the success of the movie.
That got really specific.
I'm sorry, Rupert Sanders is also the guy that
Yes,
directed...
it's Rupert Sanders.
Thank you. Boom. Isn't he also the guy that...
He's doing Snow White and the Huntsman.
right, but isn't
that
he
I'm
also the
seeing
guy that
next week.
directed the first Snow White and the Huntsman and then JC? Am I right? Is the guy...
Kristen Stewart.
And Kristen Stewart, then they boned, right? Yeah. I know Hollywood. I watched E! Exclamation point. Network. Like it's a real network. It's not. It's not a real network.
So your problem with him is that he boned Kristen Stewart?
No, my problem with him is that Snow White and the Huntsman was a mediocre film.
This is the
and
Twilight of film.
And the more noteworthy thing about him is that he banged Kristen Stewart.
That's true.
That is my problem with
How
Rupert
dare you
Sanders.
break up Kedward?
No, my biggest problem, first of all, it's K-Stew and Arpat. But my bigger problem with him is that the most notable thing about him is that he fucked Kristen Stewart. Because that movie was certainly not notable.
You realize that if either one of us fucked a Kristen Stewart, that would be the most notable thing about us?
Yeah, dude, of course it would be. But I'm also not trying to direct Ghost in the Shell.
I'm just saying.
God, what a boring
Can you imagine being like, I've been trying so hard.
She's got no emotion in her face. That would be
I've
such a
been
boring
podcasting
thing.
for
This is
years.
not what we're talking about, Chris.
Yeah, but you're just a guy who fucked Kristen Stewart.
This is a misogynist thing that I'm not willing to go. This is a path I'm not willing to go down. I am going to say that it's 12:04, which means it's time for me to order a pitcher and a pizza.
Oh, is that what happens?
Pitcher and a pizza time!
Pitcher and a pizza. Because at Mr. Tramps,
At Mr. Tramps, which is where we record this live
after
every Thursday.
midnight, if you order a
11:30 p.m.
pitcher, you get a pizza for $1.
Everybody come down to Mr. Tramps.
That was good advertising.
I
Voice.
think so.
They do it like Kristen
Hey,
Walken.
hey, you know, if you want to drink and also eat pizza, come down, Mr. Tramps, the sheep, the two together, bundled.
I love how he's
great.
Just my pull string doll with impressions. I go like, yes,
I'm
everything you
basic-
said, just like Robert De Niro instead.
I'm basically a jukebox of fucking impressions right now.
And speaking of that,
Oh, good. Speaking of, are we gonna do this?
yeah, we're gonna do this. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is dramatic readings of YouTube comments.
All right, so Harris, I'm gonna count on you to make suggestions to Brian to what impressions actors he should do.
You should.
Or try to do.
You should know which ones I can do.
And what I
Don't
did
fuck me,
was,
Harris.
I went on the trailer for Doctor Strange on YouTube, which means that some of the comments are going to be repulsive,
Oh, good, good.
and
good.
some of them are just going to be funny. And what we do is we have him read out.
So you throw out a celebrity, and then I'll look over here at Chris's comments, and I'll read those comments as that celebrity.
Comments that were on the YouTube Dr. Strange
I'm
challenge.
so sorry to everyone watching.
Well, since we've already did the Christopher Walken, we obviously can't go with that one.
Okay.
So let's change that up one a little bit. Let's say Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Do your best. Do your best.
Doctor Strange, featuring a guest appearance by Inception and The Matrix. What? God damn it, Harris.
I really wish.
Harris knows the ones I can do, and he's fucking with me.
I'm sorry, stretch your wings.
I actually put these together tonight with the hope that Cargill would be here to write this so we could embarrass him.
featuring it's cool.
All right, all
I
right.
was gonna say, you really wanted your Marky Mark, didn't you?
Okay, all right. He said Mark Wahlberg.
All right.
He didn't, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna read the long one. All right. How you guys doing? Doing good? Doing good? Sherlock is badly injured in a terrible accident. Cripples the use of his hands. So he leaves behind former student turned surgeon, Regina George. So he can, travel the world, searching for help, healing. In Nepal, nipple. It sounds like nipple, right? I'm not crazy, right? Nepal sounds like nipple? That's fucking weird, right? That's all I'm doing. This is basically a plot synopsis.
Keep going. This is a fake plot synopsis.
Is it?
You don't think it's actually a plot
finds
synopsis,
it,
right?
He finds it at a monastery where a newly reformed white witch and spiritually balanced Dr. Adrian Hemsley accepts his needs by help expanding his matrix inception-like mind. But the differences must be put aside when Hannibal Lecter threatens to... Alright, don't fucking laugh. Don't fucking laugh. Hold on. Look, I feel good. Okay. When Hannibal Lecter threatens him with his
Does it look good, feel good?
Look, I feel good. That's how I do it, bro.
Alright.
That's how I get through my fucking spots, bro. Look, I feel good. Feel the vibration. But the differences must be put aside when Hannibal Lecter threatens him with his own power and mystic arts.
Yeah!
Yeah, I fucking did that, bro!
You got through that!
Stay away from cops, kids.
In your defense, that's the longest one.
That is the fucking longest comment I've ever seen.
It made me laugh.
Hey!
Alright, so I want to see this one right here.
Yeah.
Harris, see if she can do it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see Matthew McConaughey here.
Every time it goes black, I see my ugly ass face. But shit, this movie looks good. Marvel, you keep coming around. Keep it coming around, bro.
Nice. That was the perfect choice, Harris. Thank you.
That was a good one.
Gotta thank Jordan for screaming that one from the audience.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you.
I would like to throw out even San's impression. My favorite comment I saw on this was someone wrote, Kevin Feige, so much you don't know. Zack Snyder, teach me!
No insult on that game, bro!
That shit is funny.
I wasn't kidding about that picture of pizza, by the way.
Alright, let's do one more, Harris.
Alright, one more, Harris.
Alright, it's gonna have to be Al Pacino.
Which one?
I don't know, you pick one of those
All
three.
right.
I don't know.
Oh. Marvel forgot to put based on true stuff in stock because fucking astral projection and lucid dreaming are real experiences.
Alright, so somebody seriously wrote on YouTube, I don't get what everybody's talking about fictional. All this shit is real, yo.
This shit is fucking real.
Oh, it happens.
Fucking happened.
It happened to me. I was not on drugs that I knew.
Finally, it's happening to me. Are we doing disco, Al Pacino?
I kind of like that. Let's just do that for the rest of the show. The part of Brian Salisbury
Staying alive.
by Al Pacino.
You can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a fucking woman's man. No time to talk. No, we're not doing Al Pacino does disco. That's not a thing.
Now I'm suddenly grateful.
It happens.
Speaking of the Doctor Strange trailer, though, I, once again, sad Cargill's not here this week, so we could go, dude, what the fuck?
Why'd you rip off Inception so much?
It was like, that was Inception,
I loved your
dude.
script the first time when Nolan wrote it.
It was funny, the amount of people...
Hold on, I'm punctuating my slam with a drink.
Most of you were commenting on the trailer. There was, literally hundreds of people who were like, wow, you guys sure like Inception and The Matrix.
Long story.
We have to take a moment here.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, we're good? Okay. Like saying, yeah, sure. I felt bad almost because when we did it on the Breakfast Club.
Wait, I'm gonna stop you. No, you didn't.
No,
You did not feel bad.
Actually, the opposite of feeling bad.
The opposite of feeling bad.
But when we talked about the Breakfast Club, I was like, I'm sure it's not the whole movie.
You know what? When I write a script for Marvel, I will dodge comments like bullets, like in The Matrix was this movie clearly ripped off as well.
But
what's up?
The trailer does make you think of both The Matrix and Inception.
Yeah, makes me think of things.
More so than the Inception because it
Makes me think of jumping on that class action lawsuit.
specifically shows you a scene from Inception happening.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I know, I'm saying too.
But I like that scene.
No, it's great. I'm sure it'll be a great movie.
I mean, when I saw it in Inception, I was like, I sure hope Marvel rips this off and uses it somewhere because it's cool.
I sure hope there's a superhero movie that looks like the third act of a Hellraiser film. I sure hope that happens.
I really hope that does.
Now that I've said it out loud, I kind of hope that happens too. Like, for realsies.
And the film feels like you're watching the trailer and you're kind of like, so normally you have to watch 3D glasses for Marvel films. Are we going to have to wear kaleidoscope
Hey, you know what?
glasses
It's
for this
fine.
one?
It's fine. We've already seen movies based on board games like Battleship and Clue. One of those is good. So it's good that Marvel is basing their film on a board game called Operation. Don't touch the side. My hands don't work,
It's
Sam.
the first of what will probably be 30
It is Marvel's idle hands. Oh, thank you very much. Marvel's idle hands, folks.
That's a little far.
I will keep going with this all night. What other movies can I compare it to? I will do this all day.
You're asking me?
Yeah, I wish Tarsem Singh had directed it.
All right. Brian.
That's me.
How is Doctor Strange like Annie Hall?
Everyone's wearing ties. I don't get it. I don't know why. Jeff Goldblum shows up for a second. It's weird.
All right, from the audience, what movie should he have to argue that Doctor Strange is like?
Improv.
Come on, somebody.
Throw out a movie I will compare it to.
How big is it?
No, throw out a movie I will compare it to Doctor Strange.
Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life. That's a good one. A Bug's Life, as you know, is just another appropriation of the Seven Samurai.
No, but we're not talking about how Bug's Life is a ripoff of something else. We're talking about how Doctor Strange
getting there.
is a ripoff of a Bug's Life.
I'm getting there.
All right,
So if you condensed all 7 warriors down to one surgeon with broken hands, who must come to a magical land and be their spokesman, be their warrior to fend off Tilda Swinton and her tyranny, you've basically got Doctor Strange. What else you got?
That was actually surprising.
I'll do this all goddamn day.
That was surprisingly good.
Harvey.
I would've gone with Wishmaster.
Harvey's easy. Harvey's easy.
You just
Tilda Swinton doesn't exist. Doctor Strange is so hopped up on the pain medications after his accident and after the surgery that he imagines Tilda Swinton to be his best friend, his only friend in the whole world. The problem is, Tilda Swinton, who is about the same height as Harvey the Rabbit, she's like 6'5", folks, does not exist.
What you have to accept.
Doctor Strange is not talking to a real person. He's talking to an imaginary figure named Tilda Swinton, who is essentially his Harvey the Rabbit.
What you have to accept is there is no Tilda Swinton.
There is no spoon, like The Matrix was just a movie. Also ripped off. What up?
I don't know.
I'll do this all goddamn night.
I'm being a real dick about it because
me
Cargo's
too.
not here to defend
No,
himself.
I'm making a dick because it's fun.
Yeah, because I really think this is going to be a lot of fun.
It'll be
actually.
awesome.
I think the trailer is actually pretty great. Harris not saying anything, so I
No, I'm gonna let you two dig this grave.
Harris is diving out of the way of the torpedo.
Although I'm a little baffled, like I know in the comics,
I might need Cargill for help at some day. I'm gonna let you do this.
I know in the comics Doctor Strange is American, but seriously, is that essential to his character?
Oh, we're gonna do this again?
I mean, like, Benedict Cumberbatch has one of the most lovely British accents of any actor.
Benedict Cumberbund.
And you're gonna go, dude, can you tone down the sexy just a bit? Just tone it down.
Benefold Cumbersnatch.
We want you to deliver that kind of not that great American accent you've already displayed in other films, instead of just being British for no particular reason.
No, they decided to make him Dr. House in this one.
Yeah.
Benevolent Culversnitch.
Culverston?
I don't know, what are we doing?
What was that?
I don't know, I'm coming up with other names for the guy.
You,
Cabbage Patch.
I did the Culver snitch once, and then my girlfriend couldn't look me in the eye.
Yeah, if I did. The Cabbage Patch. What's up?
Hey, don't laugh at him. He's our guest.
No, laugh at him. Laugh at all of us.
He's not supposed to have the funny lines.
If you don't laugh, we're not doing our job. We're not doing our job.
We're not. Sorry, at least we have Hannah here who laughs at more jokes than
Yeah, because she's paid to.
Damn it, Brian.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Giving away all the secrets.
Behind the scenes.
Alright, so I do
She's
have,
the Kevin Feige of this show.
I do have one other story I wanted to point out. Before.
Wait, do you actually have like show notes?
Yeah, I do.
That is impressive.
Yeah, I do the best I can, but we're already like getting to the end of them, which worries me.
Wow, I did not know we had like a roll call for this show.
I'm actually
We have an agenda?
I'm genuinely worried because I thought I had enough for an hour, and we're just running through it.
Yes.
And
What's
we're
up?
already on the last one.
Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. Are you concerned I can't fill time?
No. I am.
We've been filling time since this fucking started.
Gwyneth Paltrow,
Oh boy.
who is, I think, a genuinely good actress, but a
Wow.
kind of,
Way to go way out on a limb, Chris.
but a kind of horrible person.
That's also not going well. She named her child Apple. Clearly a sociopath.
Apparently said a while back that she would rather smoke crack than eat spray cheese.
And I say let's put that statement to the test, folks. Let's get Gwyneth Paltrow on this stage with a rock of crack and a can of spray cheese and see what she selects.
Man, you're thinking ratings. I like it.
No, I think a psychology experiment. This is basically like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where we're going to put crack at the top and spray cheese immediately under that and see what happens.
Well, apparently she was asked recently about that, like, you didn't really mean that, right? And that was 2012. She told British TV host Jonathan Ross that, and she's been doing the rounds of a new cookbook called
Crack and Cheese?
I'm not even
Crack and Cheese. Tell me it's called Crack and Cheese.
No, it's called It's All Easy.
Come on, folks. Crack and Cheese should be the name of her cookbook, given what she said.
And a really great recipe for mac and cheese.
I'm just saying, man.
But this cookbook, it's all
missed
Crack and cheese is amazing.
I'm just saying, missed opportunity.
well, actually, her cookbook is called It's All Easy, which refers to easy, so it is crack and cheese.
Yes.
So, no, that's true. It's probably right.
Fuck the polenta.
But apparently,
It's not easy being cheesy.
they worked out at the Entertainment Network that even at the cheapest level of trying to put together a weekly diet based on her cookbook, it would cost you $470
Are
a
you
week.
trying to tell me that Gwyneth Paltrow might be a little bit entitled and out of touch with regular
A little
America?
bit!
I don't believe it.
A little bit.
I don't believe it.
But let's just go back to the idea that she, on the interview for promoting this thing,
Yes.
was asked, so you were obviously kidding, right? And they're like, she's like, no, I'm not kidding. You know, crack might be extreme, but spray cheese is not my kind of party.
What?
What I'm getting from this, and I don't mean to be, this is all speculative.
This
I
ain't no
don't
party, this ain't no
mean to be
disco.
libelous, but what I'm getting from this is
She's
Gwyneth
not fooling
Paltrow
around.
absolutely smokes crack.
Absolutely.
Absolutely smokes crack.
No. Look at her figure. That's meth.
That's meth.
I'm not
Meth
gonna,
and cheese.
I'm not going to skim
Meth and cheese.
I'm not
That
gonna
is
skim
also a
cheese.
great cookbook. Meth and cheese. Tell me it's not a good cookbook.
I'll tell you that is pretty good, though.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Meth and men?
Meth and
Meth and then, is that really, is there something there about that?
We'll
that
figure it
I
out.
never knew?
We will sell this cookbook. Bitch.
All right, so now we've reached the point of the show that I have no more notes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were like, don't worry, man, I got this.
No, I got this.
All right, go.
What?
Yes.
Go. Avatar.
Go. Do it.
Oh,
Or are you going with a
no,
future avatar? All right.
No. I don't want to talk about James Cameron and his
All right.
I'm going to be king of the world someday. No, I want to talk about the trailer for Star Wars Rogue One.
Well, we already talked about that last week.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah.
Well, you're ruining the show then. 'Cause
Sorry.
I did not know that.
We're just like, you were a little drunk last
I was a
week.
little drunk last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So, James Cameron. Thanks, JC. And by JC, I don't mean for you people at home, James Cameron. That's not who's sitting in the
JC,
audience.
who is
throwing them out there.
who is a regular and beloved member of OneOfUs.net.
This is true.
The great thing about Avatar is that it is one of those cases of James Cameron does not give a fuck what we have to think.
You know what? You know what I respect about James Cameron in
Because now
terms
it's going to be an anthology series.
in terms of what we're doing here. What I respect about James Cameron is he's promising a lot of shit that he will never deliver. Much like when we get up here and say you will be entertained, we're promising shit that we will never deliver.
I remember when he said there was going to be 2 sequels, there would be a trilogy.
It keeps expanding. It's like 2 sequels, 3 sequels, 5. It's like, can we just get 1? Because so far you haven't fucking made 1.
I'm still waiting for him to do Battle Angel.
Battle Angel Lolita. Yeah, with the adaptation of the anime.
Maybe if he takes his
Lolita?
head out of his ass,
Maybe
and his
that's
ass
what I
out of the
want to
middle of the ocean, maybe he'll make another movie. He hasn't made a movie since Avatar.
He made $2 billion off that movie.
He doesn't have
need
to make movies.
But there is definitely a disconnect going on in Hollywood versus how much money something made and what the sentiment is about it.
Okay, here's my whole thing about Avatar. It was great when it came out.
I actually
And by great, I mean it made a lot of money.
I loved it when they called it Ferngully.
I actually really like Avatar.
I fucking hate that movie.
I'm sorry about this movie.
But
I'm in the minority.
Furious 7 made $1 billion in 14 days.
Did you hear that Charlize Theron is the new big villain of the next?
Shut the fuck up! Are you serious?
Just cast her as.
Are you no?
Narrative
you are-
Furious.
I'm sorry. Are you the Fast and the
Charlize
Furiosa?
Theron, yeah.
The Fast and the Furiosa
Yeah.
is a real thing that's
Fast
happening.
and the Furious. Let's
I
just
feel
say
like
it
you're
together.
fucking with me
the
right now.
Fast and the Furious.
You are fucking with me
Come
right
on,
now.
everybody together.
The Fast and the Furiosa.
The Fast and the Furious.
There is no. You are.
And if you say it fast enough, it sounds like a really fucked up Harry
I am
Potter story.
awaited at the Cineplex.
Yeah.
No, you've got to be fucking with me right now.
I'm
right?
not fucking with you.
Oh.
Now,
JC says yes. James Cameron says yes.
now that is
You
great.
could actually hear Brian get hard.
Oh, dude, if this table weren't here, you would see it too.
So I'm just softening the bad news. Scott Eastwood is playing the new, basically fill-in role for Paul.
Scott Eastwood.
That's his son, Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's son.
guys,
Because
I don't like to
kid
do
was
this.
unavailable.
I don't like to do this because it's not super professional. But one of the worst interviews I've ever had to do in my entire career was with Scott Eastwood. Why? Because he is a boring block of wood.
Yes.
It was like, tell us about your character. Well, you know, I wear a hat. He is fucking boring as all hell.
Jai
He makes
Courtney.
Paul Walker look like Paul Newman.
Well, I'm starting to think that maybe they're going, the Fast and the Furious series is like some weird...
Go to space. Go to space, guys.
Weird process to turn the
Just go to
worst
space.
actors in the world into mildly competent actors that they can make money from.
Yes.
And they're like, Scott Eastwood,
First of all,
he sure is good looking.
for those of you who don't know,
Maybe we should make him act versus Vin Diesel.
for those of you who don't know, The Fast and the Furious is the greatest film franchise of all time.
Wait, what?
No, I said it, and I will stand by that until the day I
I
die.
think you
Because
bet
it,
too
nope,
much.
nope,
I'm taking this
nope, because it is the
I'm
only film
taking this
franchise.
over
It is
here.
the only film franchise
No.
that has gotten better by installment 5 and continued to improve. There is no other film franchise. Put the fucking picture down. Put it down. There is no
Don't
other
put it
film
down.
franchise
Hold on, please.
that has
Hold on.
gotten better at part 5 and continued to improve. That does not happen. And that has happened with The Fast and the Furious. Therefore, I stand by my comment. That is the best film. And I got an agreement in the back of the room. So
I just like the fact that Fast and the Furious now has canon. It has
canon.
continuity.
It does. It has a fucking timeline that is similar to the goddamn Avengers. It is incredible.
I'm not going to throw out the fact that Kurt Russell will be in the next 3.
He fucking
Is
better be.
anything but a positive thing about the Fast and the Furious
He
franchise.
fucking better be.
I mean, like, it's Kurt fucking Russell. He had a hard time.
Did you know they offered that role, I'm not shitting you, to Halle Berry?
What? Seriously?
The Kurt Russell role was initially offered to Halle Berry.
And now she's playing the similar role in The Kingsman.
Give Jeff the picture.
I feel like Jeff wants my picture.
Give Jeff the picture.
I want the picture.
Professor
He wants
Jeff
me to
wants
catch it.
the
All
picture.
right, there you go. All
He
right.
deserves it.
Apparently.
Look, he's not even pouring it, he's just hugging
I
it.
know, he's hoarding it like fucking Smaug.
He's just like, I love you.
Smaug!
I love you.
And you thought we wouldn't be able to vamp. There's no one better. There's no one greater.
Okay,
This is me vamping.
keep going.
That's a Friends reference.
Keep going.
No, okay, all right.
Minister.
I'm a minister. Thank you, Jeff. Yes, I'm a minister. So, Charlize Theron, is she going to be the latest of Shaw siblings? Is she going to be like the Shaw sister?
They have not said any specifics. They just said she will be the most dangerous villain they've ever faced.
Shaw sister. Totally Shaw sister.
Just saying.
Absolutely.
And
Shaw
then if the series keeps going as long as they want it to, in another 2 films, she'll be like their best friend and
Yeah.
with them and pulling with them.
Here's my question though, like, how many more car stunts can they possibly put together? I love this franchise, but I'm seriously like, how much further can you fucking go with cars? Right?
Space!
The only place to go is space! Or under the ocean!
You know what they're going to do? Remember the Red Bull guy who like skydived from the edge of space?
But see,
They're going to do that.
They've kind of already done that in the last one by dropping them out of an airplane, which, despite the fact that it was Tyrese's idea, he was very surprised by it.
Yeah, I've heard that. He was like, what are we gonna do?
Our curtain has come down. We are very indecent right now.
What's happening?
We're super
Curtain
indecent.
behind us?
Curtain has come
I'm
down.
grossed out.
So,
Yeah, the thing that really is fucked up is they actually threw cars out of a plane.
they did.
That was not CG.
No, it's not CG. Oh, thank you so much. Hey guys.
Well, we actually do have a question from a fan.
Holy shit!
Christopher Foster says, have you been keeping up with the Star Wars Rebels TV show?
I am so glad you asked this because I actually have.
Or the new line of comics.
No, I've been keeping up with Rebels, the TV show.
I've been doing both. A friend of mine actually is writing Darth Vader right now, so that's...
Wait, you know the guy's writing Darth Vader?
Kieran Gillen, yeah, I've known him for a
Oh,
while.
that book is one of the best comics being written.
It's the tits.
It's really
Yeah,
great.
that and Rebels is shockingly good.
Rebels is very good, and I will admit this fully. My girlfriend's 4-year-old son got me into Rebels. I never thought I would watch the animated kind of expanded universe of Star Wars, but Star Wars Rebels on Disney XD is an amazing fucking show.
Amazingly good person.
It's great. It's so good. That show, like, and the most recent season ended on one of the best cliffhangers I've ever seen. And guys, in case you think they're all disconnected, they are not. There is a rumor going around that the main character of Star Wars Rebels is Supreme Leader Snoke.
From
Ezra Snoke?
Yes, there's a very interesting fan theory going around that he grows up to be Supreme Leader
There's
Snoke.
actually also words from the people running everything that the expanded universe may not be excised as previously thought.
It can't be.
That a character from the original expanded universe will show up in Rebels.
Because in Rogue One, I think it's what you're talking
No,
about.
in Rebels.
Oh, in Rebels?
Yeah.
There's also a fan theory going around about Ben Mendelsohn's character in Rogue One.
Yeah.
His Thrawn. So
I so hope that's true.
I hope it's true
Guys,
too.
I'm just saying, you never read Timothy Zahn's
At what point do we
trilogy?
just accept that fan theories are people just throwing out their fan fiction and hoping someone takes it seriously?
Fuck you, Harris!
Harris, if we don't accept this as fact, we don't have a show.
Exactly.
It's like the people I've seen who
One of us
insist that
not-
Yoda is
we don't have a show.
Snoke.
I mean, we've actually talked in various different One of Us shows about how great the Darth Vader comic book is.
Yes.
And oh my god, is that a great comic book. It's so funny. I know that sounds weird, but it's really funny.
Yeah, if there's one guy I equate with comedy in the Star Wars universe, it's Darth Vader.
All right, so
Well, what
put it
they've
this
done
way.
is they've got Darth Vader's equivalent to C-3PO and R2-D2, except they're a pair of psychotic murder droids.
Yeah, they look just like C-3PO and R2-D2, except because that's a standard droid type. Except C-3PO is like kind of has a weird quirk that makes him obsessed with draining all the blood out of biological beings, and R2-D2 is bristling with missiles
I really wish you would
and
stop
kill
staring at me while you said
devices.
that. Alright. No, I get it.
Yeah. So he's got his own, and which makes sense in the context of the prequels that he would want to have his own little, robot fetishy droids there.
If you've ever played the Knights of the Old Republic games, BT and 000 are both really reminiscent of HK-47, except for the tendency not to refer to each other as meatbag.
Yeah. Indeed.
So, we have now reached a part of the show that we like to call the worst prize ever.
Yes.
We have a giveaway for anyone brave enough to voice a question, a comment.
Come up here, get on mic,
Yes.
who is not part of one of us.
Oh, we have one.
We ask a good
We
question.
have a taker.
Somebody's coming up here.
Ask a question, sir, and you might win the worst prize ever.
Hey, what's your name?
What's your name, sir?
Mikey.
Closer.
Mikey.
Mikey now knows how to use a mic.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I wasn't really listening.
That's okay. Ask a question.
Okay,
He's like,
so
I
what
can't get a
are
drink.
you talking about Rogue One, the trailer?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's go.
Okay, so do you expect or want to see Darth Vader in this next movie?
I have heard specifically that he does appear in Rogue One. There will be a Darth Vader appearance in Rogue One.
It makes sense.
You've heard you have a source?
Well, just by reading internet news stuff saying that there's no question Darth Vader will
Look,
appear,
here-
but it probably will be a
Let's think about this
Fan
logically.
rumor?
No. Let's think about this logically. If the movie is about the group of rebels that steal the Death Star plans that set in motion everything we know about the very first Star Wars movie, it absolutely makes sense that Darth Vader would appear in that film. And in fact, I would be disappointed if Darth Vader didn't appear in that film.
It would be kind of weird to not take advantage of the opportunity to have Darth Vader appear in
Right?
the film.
That's
when
what I'm
it's
saying.
like, he's right there. He's there while this is going on. Why not have
You
that
know,
happen?
no, Mike, before you go.
Mike, don't go anywhere.
You have just won the worst prize ever this week. And this week's worst prize ever is a first aid kit brought to you by the film All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. I don't know what's in
Not the
it.
greatest film in the world.
I don't know what's in it. It's not a good movie, but hopefully it'll save your life someday. So there's a first aid kit to put in your gun.
Oh my god!
I did not promise you a great prize. This is literally called the worst prize ever. But congratulations on winning the worst prize ever, Mikey. All right.
All right, so returning to viewer question.
Viewer question.
Kevin Moreno says, what are the best places to find movie posters?
Mondo. Next question.
Is that specifically what he's asking about?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, because some people just want the original.
Oh, if you want like original one-sheets and
Yeah, I
shit?
think that's what he's asking.
You know what's great is, I will tell you this, on eBay you can actually buy lots. People sell poster lots where you get just a big package of original one-sheets. You don't know what's in them. I got one time that had an original one-sheet for Over the Top, original one-sheet for New Year's Evil, an original one-sheet for Psycho 2, all of which are movies that I fucking love. So I would highly recommend going on eBay and looking for lots of original one-sheets. Because you don't know what you're going to get, but there's going to be some great shit in those. So that's what I would recommend.
See, I had no idea, actually.
Yeah, that's a real thing. It's a real thing.
All right, so Chris Cox, your co-host, asks, how's that wine butt chug treating you?
It's a little uncomfortable.
Is it?
A little bit.
Yeah? Well, did you go red or white?
I'm merloaded right now. I'm a little merloaded.
That was actually good. You came right up to that.
Yes, I
You
did.
did not prepare that.
It's like I do this for a living.
Not anymore.
I don't do it for a living.
No, not anymore. No. You did it one time.
Now I just help people with cancer.
Now you're just awesome. You show up, you're like, this is my poker night.
This is my poker night.
Yeah.
This is my man cave.
Yeah.
Mr. Tramps is my man cave.
You're like, here's my chance to talk to thousands of people.
No. Half a dozens of people. That's basically what we're.
No, I just checked the numbers. It got to 30.
Oh, we got 30 people watching. What's up? You didn't even check. God damn it.
I didn't. I just made that up.
Wow, 30 was the lofty goal we didn't hit.
All right, so we are 6 minutes from the end,
Let's go away.
and I think we should do a bit.
We should do a bit.
We should do a bit.
All right, let's do a bit.
All right, Batman and Spider-Man
Okay.
having a conversation about the future of films that they're in,
Okay.
but they're not really in. Other actors are playing them.
Okay.
All right, what do you
So
want to be?
I'm gonna be Batman
What? Why do you get to be Batman?
because I've got the terrible Christian Bale voice.
All right, you start.
All right.
Because you're going to be the cool guy.
All right.
All right. Are you hurting?
This doesn't even make sense.
What are you talking about? This is cool.
We're not even in the same universe.
Well, I mean, like,
What's your mom's name?
we're sitting here in the same room.
What's your mom's name?
Truthfully, I don't know.
Is it Martha?
Shit, it might be Martha.
We just became best friends.
I do kind of love you.
That's it.
That's all we got?
That's all we got.
Seriously?
Wait, dude, we should have ended the show like 10 minutes ago.
Seriously? Are you telling me that character-based improv is not our strong point?
I'm telling you that basically broadcasting anything is not our strong point.
I think you might be right. All right, so let's
wrap it up with some dignity for once.
What do you suggest?
I suggest you go to oneofus.net, which is a podcast network based here in Austin, Texas.
Say it like a character.
I suggest you go to oneofus.net. It is a place where people post their podcasts.
Change character.
It is a place where people post their podcasts, Mr. Potter. Too soon.
Change character.
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles sounds exactly like Alan Rickman. God damn it.
Warburton.
Okay, well, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to oneofus.net. No matter what you're into, there's a podcast or a column to deal with that.
Brian Salzberg.
So, Mr. Tramps, thank you so much for hosting
Wow, that's
that show.
Horrible impression.
That's a terrible impression of me?
Yes.
All right, that's fair enough. I think that's fair. I think that's pretty
I
fair.
think you're too drunk to do you.
Jack Palance thinks you should go to oneofus.net.
Actually, I want to tell you a new one.
All right.
Bella Lugosi.
You should go to oneofus.net.
That's not bad.
And you should download all conceivable podcasts.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
I'm kind of embarrassed that's what I suggested.
Well, you're welcome.
I should have gone with something more complicated.
No, you shouldn't.
Werner Herzog.
This place you go on One of Us is completely full of nonsense. Everything on the internet is worthless. I can't do. Fuck you! Werner Herzog is a work in progress.
I'm just trying to beat you.
Werner Herzog is a Werner in progress.
All right, thank you for coming out with oneofus.show. I'd like to thank Harris, O'Malley, Dr. Nerdlove, and Bruno, because it's amazing. You should go to, it's drnerdlove.com, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
drnerdlove.com.
So the best advice, not from the viewpoint
To
of
get yourself some Doctor Strange, go to nerdlove.com.
There's so much dating advice out there from really jackass pricks, and he's going to give you dating advice where you're not going to be the bad guy.
That's true. That's true.
You can
say
still,
goodnight to the bad guy.
You can you can do like what you want to do. You can go out there, you can hook up, you can not be a dickhead.
It's like the most G-rated explanation of what's going on.
All right,
that's fine.
It's all about rape. It's true.
No!
It's
No, that's not the point that I was trying to make on the podcast that we're recording now.
It's the opposite of that.
It's the opposite of that.
Yeah. So you
not the good impersonation after that.
I'm okay with not doing a good Cosby
That's
impression.
true. That was a terrible moment to do a Cosby impression. You're going to defend?
No, I'm not defending.
Versus that to do with a Cosby
Everyone
impression.
go watch a Ghost Dad. It's a terrible movie. My eyes rolled back into the back of my skull. I broke Chris. Thanks for joining us on oneofus.show. You can go to oneofus.net. You can follow oneofus.net on Twitter. I'm also doing a podcast called Junk Food Cinema, Film School Rejects. You should follow all of these things.
Let me double down on the whole fact that Harris is not rapey at all.
Harris is not rapey. Harris is not rapey at all.
It's the exact opposite of rapey.
Don't watch Leonard's Spot 1 through 5.
I was going with Jokey.
We should fucking end
Harris,
this.
come up here and tell me I'm not an asshole.
No,
Not an asshole.
He's
said
totally
I'm
an
not an
asshole. No, he's
asshole.
totally an
I'm
asshole.
sorry.
Just
Fine.
end the show.
All right, we're
Say
ending
goodnight,
the
Gracie.
show. Good night, Brian. No, shit, Gracie.
Good night,
Fuck.
Gracie.